So I was talking, this segment is going to be talking about what Washington could do in the draft for 2021. And like I said, it depends on where they draft. If they lose this game to Philadelphia and they don't make the playoffs, they obviously would have a top 15 pick. Let's say top 17. Let's say top 17 pick. But you know, depend right now Washington quarterback is a need, yes, but this is a good enough draft where you could draft a quarterback wherever, and if you address the quarterback need during free agency, then you should try to revolve and try to get weapons for that offense because Terry McLaurin, he's a good wide receiver. Don't get me wrong, but you're seeing that this year Washington's weapons, other than Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas is emerging. Antonio Gibson, is emerging as a running back. But Washington needs wide receiver help. It does because, you know, Washington signs Dontrell Inman. He was supposed to be number 2. He's a bust. He's garbage. Cam Sims with the reps, he has shown something. I just don't think he's going to be Washington's number 2 wide receiver. I don't think that's the answer either. Maybe he's a 3 or a 4. So you look at the depth chart. Antonio Gandy Golden, he's a rookie. He's still green. He needs more development. So Washington either needs to address this this off season. Maybe I don't know, get one of the top wide receivers if the like a Jamar Chase, a Devontae Smith guy. Like I said, this could be addressed in the draft. Get it, maybe a rookie tight end as well, because Logan Thomas is good. But after Logan Thomas, who do you have at the tight end position? Jeremy Sprinkle is garbage. And those are the only that is the only tight end that comes to mind. I can't remember who the tight ends are for Washington, but you just need to continue to build this offense. Look, you spent the last let me see, 3 or 4 drafts building that defensive line, right? You get Daron Payne, you got Jonathan Allen, you got Montez Sweat, you got Chase Young. You just need to find. You built that front 7 with the last few drafts. I think that you need to start going or thinking offense this first round, because like I said, Terry McLaurin, he's a good weapon, but you need another weapon, another solid weapon, and I can't think of any time better than doing it in the draft if you don't address it in free agency. Here are the list of free agents, wide receiver wise, that I could think of off the top of my head. There's Juju Smith-Schuster, Allen Robinson. Those are the top 2 targets. Maybe you could trade, I don't know, for a wide receiver. Who knows? But like I said, this off season or draft is a crucial one for Washington if they want to continue to grow. Either they make it or not in the playoffs. This is Ron Rivera's first season as a head coach for Washington, and he has done a great job this year with the personnel that he has had so far. But this team can go even further if they got the proper weapons. Let me know what you guys think about what Washington should do in their top, with their first round pick. Should they go wide receiver, offensive line? That is something that I also would like to discuss in a future podcast. But it is time for Washington to think offense in the first round, because the last few seasons or the last few drafts have been focused on defensive side of the football. The only offensive pick that they got in the last 3 or 4 drafts was Dwayne Haskins, and we already know how that experiment went out. If you didn't watch my videos on Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins is now done with Washington. He was released earlier in the week. It came to. It was a shocking way that they decided to release him before the end of the season, but I guess with his performance the last few weeks, Ron Rivera said enough was enough, but it's time to move on. Washington needs to be smart with the offensive side of the football when it comes to drafting this year. And of course, Bruce Allen is gone, so it is all up to Ron Rivera, whoever the general manager is going to be, because Washington is in the market for a general manager position. I will definitely talk about that, not in this week's podcast because I need some more information, but future general manager Ron Rivera and Kyle Smith. Those are the guys that are going to be deciding on who to draft. And like I said, I will be deeping even into more who should Washington draft as soon as I look at the prospects and stuff like that. I'll bring more names out as time progresses. But let me know what you guys think. What do you think Washington should do in the first round of the draft, regardless if they have the 20th, the 20th, 19th, 20th, or are drafting in the top 15? It's time to go offense, is what I'm gonna say. I don't care if it's wide receiver, tight end. If there's a Trey Lance or a Zach Wilson, go for it. Even though I don't think that they're gonna be there, but if there's a quarterback that you would like, I would take him. You have an Alex Smith who is looking to stay there for another year. If you draft a rookie quarterback in the first round, you have Alex Smith there to develop him. But other than that, you should think of your next best thing available. So that is my thoughts. Let me know, like I said, down below in the comments. Up next for Washington talk, we'll be actually talking about who has stood out and who has stood out as an eye opener for me and who has disappointed this year. So that is up next for Washington talk.